signing day brought to you by Venture HR. If you don't know me, for the parents and students and other supporters that are here, I'm Jeffrey Gonzalez. I'm our athletic director. This is an extremely special day, and we thank you all for coming. Thank you to our staff for getting all of our student athletes and all of you for being here today this morning. We're here to celebrate these 15 outstanding student athletes who have earned this opportunity to take their next step of their academic and athletic journeys to their specific colleges. Each of these young men and women have put in countless hours on the court, the track, the field, and the classroom, and everything in between. Their achievements reflect not only their individual commitment, but also the support of their families, teachers, classmates, coaches, and their mentors. Truly amazing from where our signing day has come. This is my 6th year here, and 5 years ago we had 5 total signees, and that was for the entire year. Now we're celebrating 15 unbelievable student athletes, 2 of which are track girls who have been here for 4 years, which is an amazing accomplishment for us here as a staff at SPIRE. As we recognize each of the signees today, we celebrate not only where they are going, but also the hard work, character, and the determination that has brought them here to where they're going. Please join me in giving a big round of applause to our 15 signees of the SPIRE Academy Fall Signing. Our first signee we would like to recognize today is Nia Hall, committing to the University of
I first want to start off by thanking God, my family, my coaches for getting me to this point. Without them, I would be nothing. Super grateful for everyone at USC for believing in me. I can't wait to get on the court. With that being said, go Trojans, fight on.
Hello everyone, my name is Coach Mike Cooley. I'm the head women's basketball coach at SPIRE Academy. I'm honored and blessed, excited to be here to honor our full signees today. And really excited to be able to talk about Sanaya and her journey, and I'll try to keep it brief, but there's a lot to go over. So, the first time I ever saw Sanaya and Peanut play, they were in Pennsylvania, playing on the same AAU team. It was the first time I've ever seen them play live. I sit down, I'm excited. Coach Steve was with me before he ever hopped on staff. He was there as a fan. Now he's coaching them, which is really cool. And I sit down, and in the first 6 minutes, it's 19-4. The other team is winning. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what's going on here. Are they going to start? Is the team going to implode? Like this doesn't look great, right? And for me, it was super cool to see them bounce back in that moment, and that's when I knew that they'd be great fits here at SPIRE. And for Sanaya specifically, just never makes an emotional play, never makes an out of character play, always makes the right play, the right pass, the right shot, lives to see the next play. It just does a super phenomenal job of being super mature on and off the court. And for me, it's really exciting to have a kid of her caliber and a lot of our girls to be able to have her here with us here at SPIRE for her senior year. There's a quick story, a quick analogy I'd like to make here, so stay with me. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, go Birds. And I was lucky enough to be at the Super Bowl this past year, and the Eagles won, and Nick Sirianni, the head coach, was interviewed after the game, and he said, they asked him about Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley was the best offensive player in the league last year in the NFL. He rushed for over 2,000 yards, had a ton of highlight plays, a ton of touchdowns. It was a huge reason for their success. And Coach Sirianni, they interviewed him after the game, and they asked him about Saquon, and he said, Saquon is a better human being than he is a football player. And I think that kind of slid by most people. But a podcast I listened to later called him out on that. And then they said, do you realize how good of a person he would have to be a better person than a football player? And he doubled down on it. And he said, Saquon Barkley is a better person than he is a football player. And that's Sinai Hall. That is Sinai Hall. I joke with Sanaya, she's top 2, she is not 2, right? And she is a better person than she is a basketball player. And it's incredible. She's mature, she's humble, she's gracious, okay? There's not an ounce of cockiness inside of her. There's not an ounce of arrogance inside of her. It doesn't exist. So for me, I'm lucky to coach Sanaya Hall, the basketball player, but I'm really, really lucky to know Sanaya Hall, the person. So, really blessed, buddy. Really excited for you. We're honored to be your home for your senior year. We can't wait to watch you go to USC and further on and have a great career there. Make sure you call me once a year. That's our rule. Okay? And we stay in touch for sure, always. And just super excited to be here today and honor everybody. But congrats. Sanaya Hall, everybody.
The next signee we would like to introduce is Ariana the Peanut Brady.
First, I would like to give God thanks. I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for Him blessing me with this talent. I would like to give my family thanks for always supporting me. Thank you to my siblings. I love y'all. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Shout out to Asia and Leah for helping me become the person I am today. Thank you to all the coaches who have been a part of this journey. Lastly, I thank Louisville and their coaching staff for giving me the opportunity to play at the next level. It was up.
When's basketball? Can I get a peanut?
Okay? Peanut Crater. Special kid. So I'll tie in a little bit of my story with Sanaya with Peanut. The first time I saw her play, it was 19-4, and there was no panic on that team, and it was really, really exciting to see. And Peanut doesn't waver, man. She's super solid. Her energy is infectious. She plays with her hair on fire. She plays incredibly hard. She's a leader. She's tough on her teammates at times when she needs to be. She loves on her teammates at times when she needs to be. And she's one of a kind, truly. Two things about Peanut. One thing is just how many people she's touched here in such a short time. Every single person on this campus knows Peanut. And they love her. And we love her. Right? Our security staff loves Peanut. Doc loves Peanut. Where you at, Doc? Loves Peanut. Loves Peanut. You guys they're very close. Her teachers, all 5, when you say Peanut, they all instantly smile. And that's special. Her coaches, her teammates, they all have relationships with Peanut. That's really, really special for a kid that's never been here other than the last 2 months. So I'm really, really excited and proud of her. I truly can't imagine how popular she will be when she goes to Louisville. So I'm really, really excited about that. One thing about Peanut is that she doesn't show it externally sometimes, but she truly, deeply cares about everything that she does. Her academics, okay, how good of a teammate she is, how good of a basketball player she is. We had a bad practice on Monday. I won't sugarcoat it. We had a bad practice on Monday. And Peanut asked me to come in early and get some shots with her Tuesday morning to get her, Louisville had sent her a workout, so she wanted to do the workout and get ready for that. And before I ever said anything to Peanut, she came up to me and she said, Coach, that practice yesterday was unacceptable. That's on me, it won't happen again. And that's who she is. And maybe she won't show that externally to everybody at times, but intrinsically, she is a super, super invested kid and deeply, deeply cares about her teammates. And I think she even cares about me a little bit. All right? Peanut, we're honored to have you here, buddy. We're extremely excited to see what this team can do this senior year here. We can't wait to see what you do in Louisville. and further. All right? Peanut Cradle, everybody.
Our next signee is Frankie McLean, committing to the University of Albany.
I want to thank God and my family and everyone that's helped me become the player that I am. I want to thank the coaching staff for believing in me, and yeah, it's really exciting to get on campus and start playing at the next level.
Frankie McLean. Frankie's story is very unique. Frankie is one of a kind, and I keep saying that, right? But it's really, truly true. The first time I met Frankie in person, my wife and me were out in Chicago. We were watching her at her AAU tournament. We sit down, we watched the game, and she did not play well, and she'll tell you that. And her team did not play well. And I'm watching her because it's really easy to be a great teammate, and it's really easy to be positive and have things. It's really easy when things are going your way, right? And things did not go their way early on in that tournament. And I'm watching Frankie, and she's trying. Like, things are not going well. She's clapping on the bench, and she's trying to will her team back. And when I went up to her after the game, there's steam coming out of her ears. She's not happy, right? And I turned to my wife and I said, that kid can play for me. And truly, that is who Frankie McLean is. We have had some really deep, really cool, very mature conversations. And I get a little emotional. She wants to win a championship here at SPIRE. And she wants to go and get prepared for the next level. And at about 95, 98% of high schools, Frankie would have the ball in her hands every possession, shoot 20, 22 times a game, probably average over 20 points, be the star of the team. And that's not why she's here. She's not here to do that. And we've had those conversations before. She wants to win. And that's special and that's sacrifice. And we've talked about that in depth. And she's a special kid for her senior year to be able to say, I want to take a lesser role, but I want to win. And I want to win at the highest level with kids that are going to make me better and teammates that I love. And that's Frankie. And she's truly, truly a winner on and off the court. So, Frankie, we're super pumped to have you, dude. We're lucky to have you. We're excited to see what this senior year lies for you, and we can't wait to watch you at all. So, Frankie McLean, everybody.
Our next signee is Janelle Monquise, committed to Virginia Commonwealth University.
First of all, I want to thank my family. I want to thank God and everyone that's been following me in my journey. It wasn't easy. I've been through some stuff, but everyone's always been there to support me. I want to thank VCU for believing in me. At first, when I went on campus, I already knew it was a school for me. I loved the coaches, the facilities, the city. Everything was great. I could already see myself playing there. And I'm excited, and I know it's going to be a big year for me.
Okay. So the first time I met Gigi was right after I took the head coaching job here at SPIRE 7 months ago. So one of the first things I wanted to do was get on the court with Gigi and start to build our relationship. She's the only returning player from last year, and we're lucky to have her, truly. Is everybody familiar with the term side-eye? Like when you're looking at someone and they're doing this? Okay, so Gigi is the queen of side-eye, all right? For better or for worse. So the first time I worked her out, we did passing, shooting, rebounding, dribbling. I was sweating. I'm trying really hard to, show Gigi that I can coach her and she'll get better. And the whole time I'm demonstrating drills, she's just side-eyeing me the whole time. Which we later learned, she at least she tells me, she just doesn't want to move her head when she looks at me. But, the cool thing about Gigi is she's taken such a jump up. Like last year, she was just a part of the team. This year, she's we call her Mother Goose. She takes care of all of our young ones, specifically Maine and Colleen. So she actually reports to our coaching staff on how the young guys are all doing and making sure that they're checked in and making sure they're punctual. And it's been a really, really cool thing to see her grow into a leadership role here. And for me, like Gigi's, the team last year did not reach the goal that they wanted to get to, and Gigi wanted to come back and attack that again this year, which is exciting. And so for me, it's we wake up every day and we try to get better so we can get to that goal. So Gigi, we're super honored to have you, buddy. Super blessed to have you here for your senior year. We can't wait to watch you at VCU. And Gigi, Amon, Quist, everyone.
Our next signing is Ray Power, committing to Cal State Fullerton.
I want to start off by thanking God, my family, my parents, teammates, siblings, my coaches, especially Coach Sloan, Coach TJ, for pushing me here at SPIRE. It's just a blessing for me getting here to the next level. And I want to thank Cal State Fullerton and the recruiting staff for believing in me, and I'm ready to make it official.
So just for people that don't know, my name is Jay Sloan. I'm the head post-grad coach here at SPIRE. And I just want to first and foremost address all the student athletes here and just say, hey, your guys' goal is right around the corner. Okay, we have 5 guys committing or signing today that had 0 scholarships before they came to SPIRE and or played with each other before coming here. Okay, so it's right there. Keep working. Your opportunity is going to come. And Greg being our first one of the day is a living testament to that as well. A little bit about G. I met G a couple years ago on the back end of getting our butt kicked a few times by him at my last spot. He had a funky journey because he moved to a new state right as he was entering high school. And I think, as you guys know, that's a really delicate time in your recruiting process to change states and not be known. And all he did was produce, average 25, 30, AAU, high school. And, I kind of learned about him because I was, like I said, on the back end of a couple of those butt whoopings. And so my whole thing when I was living in Atlanta was, if you can't beat them, you take them for AAU or you take them for prep. Okay, so when I got the opportunity and the call that Greg was considering post-grad, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-doubter for us. And so we're glad he's here. We're really honored to be able to host him in his post-grad year. He's already made so much so many strides on and off the court. And, I coached a kid at Northern Kentucky named Marquez Warwick, who ended up becoming the all-time leading scorer at Northern Kentucky. Scored over 2,200 points in his career, and Greg reminds me a ton of him. And don't be shocked if he goes to Cal State Fullerton and has a career where he's the all-time leading scorer, goes on to put the ball in the cup a ton and become a professional basketball player. He's very gifted, and his best days are still ahead of him. So we're really happy for you, G. Love you, man, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next signee is Rob Ahmed, committing to Arkansas State University.
First off, I just want to thank God for giving me being able to be here today. Without him, it would be impossible. This is happening a lot of things. He's on here today. My family sacrificed so much. My mom, my dad, my brothers, my cousins, a lot of tough days. I've been pushing me. So I'd like to thank everybody just to be here. The coaches, my coach, Coach TJ, everybody.
other boys, was looking for another big. And so I'm on Instagram and Twitter searching up and down, trying to figure out what we're going to do. And I was like, we need someone that can play with Colin, who's our other big kid, who's not a 5-man, but also can play with someone else and complements his athleticism and things like that. And somehow, by the grace of God, we stumbled on Ra's highlights, and I'm like, who in the world is this? It's 6'11" and going right to left cross, step back threes, and I'm like, this kid's incredible. I don't know why people aren't talking about him. So luckily enough, I knew his coach at the time, got connected. He was looking for a better situation, and he joined us. And what we really didn't know is how good of a person that he was. One car ride, I was like, holy cow, this kid is incredible, and just a great human being. And so once the opportunity came, where his school had some shortcomings, and he was looking for another opportunity, we were able to bring him here. And he's had a tough route. Nothing has come easy for him. Off and on the court, he's been out since May. Just got cleared yesterday to finally play full court 5-on-5. With a foot injury, and he's the kid that's in the gym by himself shooting 500 jump shots on the medical school every single day. He is, if not the hardest worker here at SPIRE, he is in the conversation. And usually, when you talk about 6'10" boys specifically, they're usually low motor, don't really bring it every single day, a little late to the party when it comes to effort. And Ra, that is not the case at all. He's been the best teammate since he's been out. No matter what news he's gotten, he's overcome and been resilient. And his best days are well ahead of him. And don't be shocked if you hear his name in the NBA at some point or something like that, because he's not going to stop, and he's not going to let a little adversity keep him from his dreams. And so I'm honored to even be around someone as special as Ra as a person. And I can't wait to support him as he moves on from here, and he's going to play for one of the best coaches in the country at Arkansas State. So we're really excited for him and really happy for him. Ra, love you, man.
Our next signee is Jayon Alexander, committed to the Citadel.
Good morning. I just want to start by thanking the man above. Without this wouldn't be possible for me or my peers. So I just want to start by doing that. Second, I want to thank my family back home. I know you're watching. My boys back home, my friends and teammates, everybody here. I want to thank SPIRE. Special shout out to Coach J and Coach JC, Coach Gonzalez, Coach Rafa, people that was here when I first got here, those people that took care of me, especially Coach Sloan and Coach TJ. Coach Sloan always holds me accountable. Coach TJ holds me accountable. And everybody it's a joy to be around. Everybody here is a joy to be around. A lot of smiling faces, and just fun to be here. So I appreciate you.
Like Coach Julie said, this is going to sound a little repetitive, but Jayon is a special human. When he walks in, you probably saw him as he came up. There's something about his personality lights up a room. Every person that meets him or comes in contact with him just can't believe how good of a person he is. I'm glad he can fool everybody a little bit, but look, this journey's been tough for him as well. Jayon has always been kind of like the glue. He played at a high school before he came here where they had two high major wings that kind of stole the limelight from him a little bit. And if he would have stayed there, he'd probably be averaging 25 a game and breaking every record at the school. But he decided to come here at 15 years old, playing with guys who were up to 19, 20 years old, and he kind of was the glue. He was the kid that had to be tough and play hard and defend and dive on the floor for loose balls to compete with guys that are 5 years older than him. And so, just to kind of give you like the idea of who he is, he was on our team last year. He was our 6th leading scorer. We won 31 games. He was 6th on the team in scoring, 2nd in minutes, 2nd in plus minus. Okay, 2nd in steals, 2nd in assists, 2nd in rebounding. So if you go through it, he does everything you want from a kid that leads to winning. He decided to leave an EYBL program to go play AAU with our kids that are on our team in a different state, knowing he probably would not be the leading scorer on that team because he wanted to win and want to compete with his boys. So this process has been strenuous for him. It's not necessarily the things that he does at the elite level are not the things that maybe get you to pop in an AAU tournament, but they are things that get you on the floor as a freshman in college. And so we're going to look back and he may end up being one of the most productive players in college, whether it be winning or his personal outcomes as a player are going to far pass his recruitment process. And he's going to a school in the Citadel that wanted him. He's the #1 player on their board. They valued him for the things that he does at an elite level. I would tell you that there may be no one else that's more deserving of going Division I than Jayon Alexander, and I cannot wait to go visit him in Charleston, South Carolina next year. Not for him, just to get out of this weather and go to the beach, but to support him no matter what he does, and again, whether it's as a professional basketball player, a coach, a son, a husband, a dad, he is going to be an unbelievable person in this world, and a lot of it is to be, to credit to his testament as a basketball player and the journey that he's had. So we're ecstatic for him, and we love him here. And we're going to be looking for the next one because he's going to be dang near impossible to replace. There's not too many Jayon Alexanders out there, so congrats, Jay. We love you, guys.
Next up is Jackson Williams, committing to Duquesne University.
How everyone's doing today. First, I just want to come up here and just thank God, because to be honest with you, none of this would be possible if I didn't have a relationship with him. First of all, I want to thank my family, my mom and dad for always believing in me, always pushing me, keeping it real. My sister for always saying I had a good game, no matter if I had 0 points or 30, so she would always be right by my side, supporting me. I want to thank my friends, my family, all my coaches that ever poured into me, all my teammates from this year, but all my teammates from last year too, for always pushing me every single day, helping me be the best version of myself. I also want to thank Coach Sloan especially for bringing me all the way from Mount Pisgah, bringing me all the way up here to Geneva, Ohio in this cold weather, but to get me better and just be the best possible version of myself, pushing me every day, being the first coach that really believed in me and got me to this position today. I want to thank everyone here at SPIRE that's ever poured into me and just been around me every day, just trying to make me the best possible version of myself. And just thank you to everyone that's ever helped me.
So Jackson came with me from my last school, and when I got the job here, he was pretty much his dad Keith and his mom Marcy, who are his dad's in the crowd now, were probably my first calls to say, hey, what's it going to take to get Jackson to come up to Ohio? But just a little background story. When I met Jackson, he was out with an injury on his hand and was a baseball player first. And I watched him play one time, and he's a little half in, half out. I just had got hired at the school that I was at, and he was like not sure if he was going to stay or transfer because everybody else had transferred out before I got the job. And I basically told him, like, listen, man, like, I don't know what I can guarantee you, but I can tell you this. If you work hard and you just stay dedicated, you trust me, I promise you, like, you can play Division I basketball. You're good enough. And I had Georgia State there at the time watching him, and they agreed. He was still a little far off as a Tasmanian devil out there, a little sped up and running all over the place, but had all the tools. And so that moment, that was the summer of 2023. Since that moment, he hasn't missed practice. He hasn't missed a voluntary workout. He hasn't missed a lift. he has been the core of the last 3 years of any team I've ever coached, whether it's AAU, high school, or now prep. And he's a true senior playing post-grad. So again, last year being 16 years old, playing against grown men for the most part. But just a little bit about his background, and you tell me what you guys think. 75-31 is his record in his high school career. He's played in 2 state Final Fours. He's a state runner-up. And last year we were the number 14 team in the country, and we were 31-3. And he led us in minutes and plus minus last year as a 16-year-old. Okay, to me that tells you that he's a winner. He's a great teammate. He cares about everyone around him. And he's, again, just an unbelievably special person to me. And I've never been harder on a kid in my entire life as a coach than I have with Jackson. But I've also never cared about and loved a kid more than Jackson Williams. And that's no knock to anyone else that I've coached. It's just we've been through it for the longest period of time, and he understands the expectations that I have for him. And, you know, he's a testament of just great parenting. And, you know, I got into coaching 11 years ago for relationships like my relationship with Jackson. And I probably don't tell him enough how much I care about him and how much I appreciate him. But just like I said about Jan, it's going to be really hard to find another Jackson Williams next year when he walks out and goes to Pittsburgh and plays for Duquesne. But again, cannot wait to support him no matter where he goes. And he is going to do special things again in this world, whether it's on or off the court. Just another special human being, and we love you, Jackson. Appreciate you so much.
Next up is Paul Ross, committing to Virginia Commonwealth University.
Oh, you're good.
First, I would like to thank God. None of this would be possible without where I am. And I would like to thank my parents and my coaches, Coach Fullerton and Coach TJ, for always believing in me and pushing me. Go Rams.
So, similarly to Jackson, I coached Kyle before he decided to come up here to SPIRE. And the first time I met him, I coached against him. And, you know, for our AAU program, we needed another big guy, and kind of assumed, like, hey, like, this kid's really athletic and seems like a pretty good kid. Like, we'll take him as a backup. So he came in the gym to our first workout, and his head was down and his shoulders were down. And to be honest, at that point, he had not produced a ton at the level. And, you know, I was like, man, first off, pull your shoulders back, get your chin up. Like, you're good. Like, you got to walk in with some confidence. And then I watched him work out. I'm like, that ain't the backup. That's the starter. Just incredibly talented. And his story is going to be told in a documentary somewhere. ESPN, Netflix, something. Because, you know, he was at a normal high school a couple years ago. In June of 2024, was not ranked in the state of Georgia, okay, anywhere. Any prep hoops, relentless hoops, any ranking system down there, he was not ranked about, 14, 15 months ago. He's now the number 42 player in the country. Number 42 player in the country. And, you know, I've been around a number of kids at that level, you know, top 50 kids in the country. And then, you know, usually they can come with some headaches at times. And I would tell you this, Colin Ross is the most humble, down-to-earth, caring kid that lives in those realms of the world, especially on the men's side in the country. I'm telling you, he's incredible. Like, you know, he comes back, if I challenge him on something, he goes back and watches it, will text me and be like, Coach, you were right about that. I needed to do this better, that better. And, you know, that's why he's got a chance, and he can be an NBA lottery pick. He's that talented. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to see that. But his progress is because of the person he is. You know, 2 years ago, averaged 4.9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block a game. And, you know, had very little confidence, and it was probably more to do with the adults in his life, you know, that were making those decisions as coaches. this past year on a 31-3 team, averaged 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 3.9 blocks. Averaged 15 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 5.1 blocks in the second semester of last year, in the hardest part of our year. And I think for the first time, was a part of a team that, it was more about the group than it was one or two individual players, and he just poured in. And it's no shock, to where he's at now, where he's going to go. And so, again, there's going to be a documentary about this kid at some point. And as long as he keeps his head right where it's at and just be humble and show ultimate humility and love for others around him, the world is his. And he's going to be playing 82 games in an NBA season at some point because he is unbelievably gifted. But with that, you have to have a squeaky clean off the court and be about the right things, and he's about all those things. And so, again, we're so proud of him. And again, probably for the post-grad space in general, he is the perfect example and epitome of what this is about. Could have went to college this year for, and play in a really good situation and decided to come back because he wanted to take care of these guys and to go win a national championship. And again, that just kind of tells you what type of person he is. And so we're unbelievably blessed, with 11 guys on our team who are great and unbelievable kids. These 5 are no short of that, and that's why they're signing. And like I said, 52 Division I scholarships between the 5 of them when they came in with 0. So really cool, awesome story. But Colin Ross is right there at the top of that board and earned every single thing he's gotten here at SPIRE. So we're really proud of him. We love you, PC.
Next up is Horace Bowie, committing to the University of Alabama.
First off, I want to thank God, and I want to thank my family, my friends, and Coach Jay. I've been unbelievable, pushing me since day one. Shout out my boys that came and support. And roll tide.
Good morning, everybody. And first of all, congratulations to all the athletes that are being honored today. It is really amazing to get a scholarship or play college at any level with so many kids competing. To play at any level of college is a really, really great accomplishment. So again, congratulations to all the hard work everybody's been in to get to this point. And first of all, about Taurus, when I was leaving my old school and decided to come to SPIRE, the first player that we recruited, my son, Kevin Boyle Jr., who's the associate head coach here, he hit me right away with, we got to try to find this kid Taurus. He really wasn't too well known, but we were just doing some athletic, he could shoot, and we actually recruited his father, and we didn't have to talk to Taurus too much. His dad just had a great feel for the game, and he immediately said to us, if you guys want Taurus to go there, he's going to go, and he's going to play for you guys. And so we were really pleased. It took a lot of pressure off that when you go to a new school and you have to have a whole new team, that you have an outstanding player right away. Again, he was hardly ranked, lower hundreds, mid hundreds, and he came out of nowhere this past year. Now he's about 30th in the country in most polls and trending up. He's got a scholarship, obviously, to Alabama. I think it's a great school for him because he's super athletic and lanky, and he's starting to learn to be a really good defender. So I think it's a great fit of style for him, where he's going to end up having a terrific career here. And he's just a good guy. He's humble, goes about his daily work, and I think he's starting to develop a really good work ethic. That was something that he was just naturally good and athletic, and I think now he's understanding the work, time, effort, dedication that's needed to be a pro. So he's got to, he's going at that level, and if you're going to Alabama and a projected starter, you have a good chance to end up being an NBA player. No guarantee by any means. There's a lot of work ahead, but if he keeps working hard, he'll have a good chance to achieve that one day. So congratulations and good luck.
Next up is Dorian Ronaldo Conlon, committing to Iowa State University.
That's about I want to face God, face my parents, for all the sacrifice I want to face the God. He said he could have all, for everything God. And pushing me every day to be better. Yeah, thanks my teammate too, my teammates, brother too, and yeah, it's exciting to be a proper second nation. That's mistake.
Dorian's an interesting story. He's from France, and he's just learning to speak English, and he's done a great job in a short period of time. We were concerned, obviously, coming from to an American school and having to do the education work, and he's done a really good job at school. He's picking up the language. He understands it clearly now, and he's starting to speak it pretty good too. I think he's a little nervous doing it for the first time, but he was just another guy that we got right away from an agent from Canada, who is his agent, and he had reached out to us and showed us some film of him. And when he came here, he was in the summer. We took him down to Lake in Geneva, and his mom came, and it was just a really good time to get to meet his mom and meet his agent, and obviously Dorian. And he loved to play. And again, you can see he worked really hard. He was hungry to be good and try to get experience in the American game so he could be ready to play in the American college system. So again, another super person, super worker, and he's gotten so much better in about 4 months. I thought a couple months ago that he was going to struggle to go to Iowa State, a Big 12 school. You're talking about a top 15 school in the country. But I think next year he's going to end up playing a lot, if not starting right away, because he just makes such a nice development each month and how he goes about his business. And he works hard every day in every practice. And again, he's got a good heart. And congratulations, Dorian.
Next up is Aiden Durkat, committing to Providence College.
I would like to thank my family, coaches, and friends who believed in me and guided me through this process. Without them, none of this would have been possible. Excited to be Friday.
Aiden's an interesting guy. First of all, he's probably the most charismatic guy on the team, and we have a really close team. And one of the closer teams I've had, they really like each other. And obviously, they live in the same house together, but they really get along. And he also has an interesting story because I grew up in New Jersey and never knew him when I was in New Jersey, but he probably grew up like 5 blocks from me in New Jersey. And I've been in obviously Florida the last 14 or 15 years. And he just comes from a competitive, tough part of New Jersey, and we always go back there and play every year and watch him. Last year, some of my friends that are working in school system, and I didn't really want to take him unless I was sure he was going to be really hot, good enough at this level to start and play and be on the court a lot. And after watching him in AAU, he just competes. And every day he gets after it. He's a great intangible player. He can score, he can cut, he can guard, he's versatile. And Providence is a great school for him. The Big East really fits his personality. I think he's going to excel there, and we're happy to have him here at SPIRE.
Next up is Alex Costanza, committing to Georgetown University.
First, I want to thank God. I want to thank my family, coaches, and teammates who supported me through everything. I want to thank Coach Trudy, his staff, for leading the whole way.
Alex is one of the more interesting players in the country. He's, he's coming off an injury, and he's been, again, I didn't know Alex that well. He was in Florida when I was in Florida. I almost had him come to my last school last year, and then at the end we kind of went in separate directions, and I'd known his dad for a while, and then we, got talking again this year, and I thought he was probably the best combination of shooter, scorer in the country. So he could get points, and he could really get his own shot at the end of the clock, and he's just a great shooter. So hopefully he'll be back very soon for us. And I think he's going to a great school too. Coach Georgetown is up and coming again. I think they're back in the direction where they were years and years ago when you had the Patrick Ewing days. And I think Georgetown will probably hit the top 25 this year. If not this year, definitely next year. So I think he went to a great school. He's got another guy who's a top 25, top 30 player. He's got a chance to be a pro. He's got to keep working, got to keep developing. And besides thanking all these guys for their contribution to each other and to myself, I want to make sure I thank all the coaches we have with Kevin Boyle Jr., Matt Cohen, Brendan Boyle, Jeremy Torres, Zach, and all the guys that have been helping us out, and the strength training coaches here, and obviously the video crew here has done a great job. We just went on an international tour, and they were tremendous with us in helping some of these guys build their names and helping SPIRE get out there. So hopefully all the sports grow for all the kids, by getting our name out there. It's tremendous that we have between boys and girls basketball, 13 signees today. So that's probably as much as almost any school in America in one sport. And we hope to grow that in all sports as we advance here and continue to develop. But again, I'm very proud of Alex, and I think he's going to end up having a great year and help lead us to a championship.
Next up is Katie O'Rock.
Without him, I would not have gotten this far, and for that I am beyond grateful. Big thank you to SPIRE for giving me the opportunity to be here for the past 4 years and allowing me to be a better student. I would also like to thank Coach Karan, my best friend, for always being there for me, not only on the track but off the track, throughout my good days and even my bad. Thank you, Coach, for pushing me to be a better person and athlete. If not for you, I'm not sure I would have reached this far. To my family, thank you for taking the risk of sending me to another country to further my athletic career, as well as my academics. Thank you for the continuous support, whether that is track, school, or just life. Thank you for always showing up for me. To my teammates, you guys have become my family away from home, and without you guys here, this journey would not have been as fun as it is right now. You guys always show up for each other, support and encourage one another, and I hope that you guys never stop doing that. And finally, thank you to the coaches at Albany, Coach Burrell and Coach Citadel, for giving me the chance to be a part of something great. I am excited to embark on this new journey with new experiences, new people, and new environment. Thank you to everyone who has been there throughout the way. Your support is greatly appreciated.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Karan Stewart. I am one of the track and field coaches here at SPIRE Academy. Where did the time go? Can't believe it's already 4 years. I remember watching a video of Citadel. She didn't win the race, she came fourth. But when I saw that race, that was the first athlete I said I want to coach. Because I recognized something in her. She reminded me so much of the only woman that have doubled in the Olympics and won the 200 and the 400. Nobody have ever done that since her. And Katie just reminded me of her. So I'm gonna tell a story. She might not want me to share this story with you guys, but I remember the first time I met her. She was in tears. She was sitting in Dr. Kate's office, and I walked in, and in that moment, I realized that I was no longer going to just be a coach, but I was also going to be a parent. Now I had to take on that role of being a parent. Kadia has never been late for practice in the 4 years that I coached her. She has never been absent for practice. And even when her life literally turned upside down, she has been consistent, she showed up, she never complained. So when I tell you guys that I know every coach here says that, and forgive me, that's my allergies. When I tell you guys that I am the luckiest coach here, I don't even want to use lucky. I am the most blessed coach here today, with all due respect to you guys. This young lady is a gem, and to say I can replace her as an athlete will never happen. And I would truly be blessed to be able to coach another young lady like yourself. I could go on for days about Kadia. It took me months to get 2 words out of her. So to see the young lady sitting before you guys here today, I'm telling you the growth, it's an understatement, her growth. And I am proud of you. I know that great things are ahead, but I want to leave you with this today. Value is in you. And wherever you go, you bring value to that space or place. Greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. God has something special in store for you, and I can't wait for the world to experience it.
Congratulations, Katie, on your commitment to Auburn. Next up, we would like to introduce Jenna Marie Thomas.
So hi everyone. As you'll realize, he didn't announce our school, so it's a surprise. I brought some of my teammates here with me because they've been with me through it all. We're gonna review the school together. Are you alright? Can we come on this way? Okay, what I need from my track people, can I get like a drum roll or like a stomp or something? Alright, let's go. Let's see where this is at. You ready? Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go Wildcats!
First, I'd like to thank God because I really, truly wouldn't be here without Him. It's been a lot. SPIRE Academy, thank you. It's been 4 years. I truly couldn't transition into college any better, and this place has truly helped me to do so. So Coach Karan, you're amazing. I think every athlete, I'm not even joking, deserves to experience a coach like Coach Karan. So thank you. To my mom, for her unwavering sacrifice and support, allowed me to leave home at 14 and be here and believing in me. I want to thank you for that. To everyone who supported me, my teammates, my family, my friends. Thank you guys so much. For everyone who had a role to play, thank you. And with all being said, I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to attend the University of Kentucky. I want to thank the coaches there, Coach Green and Coach Sarge, for giving me the opportunity to visit and to be a part of something great. Go Wildcats!
But if you know Jenna, you know that that entrance is definitely a Jenna type of thing. I always mess with Jenna. I call her Posh Spice. She always has it together. I have never met, and I'm going back to when I first met Jenna, she was 14. I've never met a person who was more mature. At 14, I thought I was talking to somebody who had lived life before, a 50-something-year-old person. That's how mature Jenna was. But before I talk about Jenna, I want to say thank you to Jenna's mom. And when I only met Jenna's mom last year, so the trust that she placed in me to send her 14-year-old across the world to another country is something that I hold dear to my heart, and that's why I go as hard as I go for my kids, because of the trust that their parents put in me. But Jenna is one of the most caring athletes I've ever coached. I will be at the meets all day coaching and haven't even thought about myself or eating. And Jenna would always, coach, do you want something to eat? Coach, I have 2 bars, do you want one? Like, she's just that selfless of a person. She has been a great leader. I could always depend on her. Even when she don't think that I am watching, I see her helping her teammates. On race day, she was calming them down, not even thinking about her worries. When I met Jenna, I realized that this young lady is going places. Whether it be on the track or off the track, she is destined for greatness. When I tell you her IQ for track is unbelievable. I have run professionally, and I'm yet to see even a professional with her IQ for track and field. She's a student of the game. Even though she's so talented, and I tell you she is super, super talented, but she works so hard. And yeah, thank you for trusting me. I know when you first came here that it was hard, but you trust me, and you did some great things, and I can't wait to see your impact that you're going to have on this world, because it's going to be great. I want to leave you with this. Greatness was in you before you ever realized your talent, right? And when you feel like your talent and your ability is not there anymore, you're questioning yourself, remember that greatness is in you. I love you, and I wish you all the best. And I can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish.
Can we please give one more big round of applause to our 2025 signing? I also want to give a big thank you and another round of applause to a couple different departments here. Our ops staff, our marketing media staff, our career counseling staff, and our coaches for doing an amazing job helping set everything up. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you to the families, all of you, for coming, taking the time out of your day, your week to come up here and support your loved ones. For the families, friends, and loved ones, we will be able to take pictures here right after I'm finished, so please stick around so we can do that. There are refreshments and breakfast items over to your right-hand side as well. Students, after we conclude, please go to your next obligation. I'm sorry, but you have to. But again, I really want to thank everybody that was involved, everyone for coming and taking the time out of their day to support our 15 unbelievable athletes. Thank you very much. got a set? Are you gonna take these photos?
Yeah, or you can some people.
What's that?
Some people table, yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep it.
This is the play. I don't even know what this is.